Hello, my divine feminines. Here we are today. I have shuffled this deck and the other 6 decks that I use. And I have 2 advice decks they want me to use today. One I have not used in a very long time. And one is the unicorn deck. So let's see. Archangel Raphael. So he's got the staff of Hermes and this unicorn here. Healing and abundance are coming to you. Beautiful message. Archangel Raphael, thank you for being here with us today. Let's look at these. King of Cups, Knight of Wands in reverse. Oh, oops, sorry. I think this former player caught feelings here. Having me look at this fish. This fish reminds me of the one that's in the Page of Cups. Cup and the Rider-Waite. Pages bring messages, and I feel like there's going to be a long-awaited message for you. Wow. Right out of the gate like that, huh? Okay, Sun. Queen of Wands, Magician, Chariot. Wow, I haven't seen this many upright cards in a long time. And I just shuffle my deck. I don't ever align my cards. Well. Always late, but worth the wait. So we have the Sun in the external. Queen of Wands, Magician, the Chariot, and 10 of Pentacles. If you are not seeing movement from this person soon, because I believe this is kind of a no contact, low contact situation, you are going to see something. Do they know exactly where they're headed and what they're going to do? It doesn't appear that way. I would love to be able to tell you otherwise. Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Wands reversed. Oh, I understand now, they're telling me. 7 of Cups, the Empress. He is moving. He does know he's moving towards the Empress. The intentions. Oh, wow. We're going to get more information before I talk about that. He's coming towards you with an apology is what they're saying. And that's what the fish has to do with it. This could be by the next full moon, which I think will be in approximately like 3 weeks. Yeah, something's coming unstuck. Something is coming unstuck. Okay, Spirit. So, Sun and Knight of Pentacles. So, he's been busy. Oh, look at that. King and Queen of Cups. Temperance. Wow. Okay, so he's been working, I'm telling you, me and this tripod are in a war. Okay, he's been working on his low self-esteem. I don't feel like you've made that any easier for him, because I kind of feel like you put him to the test here. Like, I feel, this is just my feeling of what's coming through from seeing the Sun next to the Queen of Wands and the Magician. is that for a very long time, I feel like you had your heart on display, and he was like, I don't see that. I don't see that, because he had his eyes kind of closed. And I think when it got to this point here, which is the point of him leveling up, which is what I believe the process that he's been doing of letting go of who he was told he was, or the abuse, or the difficulty that I would say 98% of masculines face growing up, you know? I think you were like, look, if this actually ever happens and you ever actually, you know, drag your horse and your pentacle over here again, have stuff figured out, because I'm just gonna sit over here and like do my own magic for a minute. This is the feeling I'm getting. Now, this might not be for all of you, but I see that at one point you made a decision to like boss strengthen up, right? You were like, well, we're not doing this little shenanigan again. If you come back to me and I like stop what I'm doing and look at you, because look, I mean, you have two cards of like magical energy here, and you have two beings here, and he's like been watching you without you knowing. Like, he's been appearing, but he's been behind you this entire time. Like, what's going on there? He may have even appeared to be really manifesting lots of other women. He may have actually manifested them. You know, low self-worth needs validation constantly. And so, but he looked on you with this energy of, well, why is she so happy by herself? Why is she the one that's like, you know, dancing in the sun, radiating joy, playing with her own, you know, wand here, conjuring up whatever she feels like? Like, why isn't she needing me like everyone else does, or wanting me like all my little harem does, right? And, you know, the thing with the unhealed masculine is that it's really easy for them to get a lot of attention and to manifest whoever they want, but it doesn't really satisfy them, because, you know, it's like chocolate for water. I mean, it's like water for chocolate. It's like not satisfying. But once you've, you know, what's that song that's playing in my head? Dark Horse by Katy Perry. You know, he wants to play with magic, but part of him has to level up to get it. And that's what the Karmic does for him. Okay, I'm coming back soon. So we know, but he's being awfully slow about it. Let's be real here. I do think he's bringing in an apology. Here we go. This is exactly what I'm saying. I pretend I don't care because I care too much. No one makes me feel like you do. It's exactly what I'm saying. I got a tarot reading on you. And I do think that's the part of like, he's magic curious, right? I think even if you don't do tarot, or you don't consider yourself psychic, there is something about a divine feminine energy that is unlike other women or feminines. It's like it stirs something in their soul, and they don't know how to get at it, right? Like, they don't know how to conjure that magic yet, like you do. And I'm trying to trust in divine timing. I see myself having kids with you. Those cards I always take as inner children cards. Will you ever forgive me? Yeah, I do think he's going to apologize. I've had very vivid dreams of you. I'm struggling with money, which I always take as self-worth. I see signs of you everywhere I go. Of course you do. I'm sorry for lying to you. I love you. He's gonna come tell you he's sorry. So, in true divine fashion, noble little, you know, martyr energy, it's like, I stayed away from you for your own good. You know, instead of actually being honest and working on himself and healing himself, you know, he kind of stayed trapped in this cycle. So I do see that Seven of Cups to me is a very cyclical energy of kind of like revolving door relationships. Even if he was with one person or like two people, I still feel the energy was kind of the same. It never really progressed because it was just like a push-pull, toxic, anxious, avoidant attachment loop, right? Do you even miss me? Deeper into shadow. Do not run away from your shadow. Instead, run towards it. Feeling your shadow feelings will release you from them. I think this is what you've been doing. Pluto energy. Well, there we go. Sage smudge. Clear your space, energy, and body. Use sage smoke to energetically clear yourself. So you're calling in really, really deep, powerful magic, goddess energy, right? The goddess Isis brings sacred knowledge, unlimited healing, and soul reclamation to you. You know, you're having this incredible glow up, and every reading I'm talking about this. Venus being in Leo for a very extended period of time, and the retrograde that will go on. And, you know, we have the two main Leo cards right out of the gate here, overall energy and the first card. So you see through my mask. How could you want me? Tap into imagination. So this is about you learning to manifest in your own life and how you do that and how powerful you've become with not, it's like they're showing me that you're like him. Oh, they're showing me the funniest image. It's like a suit you two were trapped in together. And it was bolted kind of to this victim mentality. But you unzipped yours and just stepped out of it. And he was like watching you do this. And you're becoming free in this love or above energy. Above 500 on the scale of emotions is the place where we experience the best life, including manifest all that's good. So you're becoming this manifester that's like unsticking themselves from victim mentality, right? This is very much the 10 of Wands reversed. And he's like, well, do I want more of what I've had? Or do I want this magical sun queen, you know, that's telepathically talking to me, right? There's Syrian energy here. Deja vu. Like, we got the card of dreams already. I tell my friends, like, you're permeating all of his senses and all of the realms. Like, he's with you in the 5-day. He's with you in his dreams. He can't stop thinking about you when he's awake. When he's looking at other girls, he's comparing them to you. He's like, these girls don't smell like my queen, right? Yeah, he's praying for you to God. He's praying to God for you. I wanted to call on your birthday. Some of you are Virgos. We're so different. You're on his mind. You're so amazing. I'm so lucky. Pisces. So there's the Virgo Pisces axis is highlighted here, and Scorpio Aquarius. So we have 3 of the 4 fixed signs, and then we have the 2 Leo cards. So I'm going to say that there's a lot of energy around the fixed axes, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio, Taurus. No Taurus cards here, but we do have the Empress. So, and then Pisces, Virgo are the main signs coming through. Of course, Magician is Virgo, Gemini. Cancer is the Chariot. Anyway, don't get hung up on the signs. But what I'm saying is that if there's a fixed aspect to one of you, that kind of really makes that energy. Oh, look. Bottom of the deck is Taurus. You're too beautiful. And then with Aries and Empress. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So there were some beliefs, some self-concept beliefs, I think, is what they're highlighting, that were very, very stuck. Interesting energy. They're saying there was a pretty big influence from the mother or the mother's side of the family on how he saw himself as toxic or bad. That's what this is about. And he had a great love. You know, most of us love our mothers, even if they aren't that lovable, because that's the way we're programmed, right? And it really took everything he had to either leave her behind or kind of separate himself from her to some degree, like to be able to see himself differently. He had to separate his heart from his self-concept. And part of that victim mentality that he had was from her. Okay, so let's look at that, because that kind of defined how he saw familial love. And I see. Look at that. The father and the mother card. I see he's been planting new seeds. He's been using his imagination and seeing beyond the veil of the illusion. Look, we have the Merlot card again. And inviting a new, vivid fantasy, a fairy tale to be written for himself, for him to write a new fantasy and fairy tale for himself. And this is part of what's driving his creativity and his movement. They're saying movement. Like, they're showing me like a comet across the sky. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity where everything lines up really nicely, and he's got all of the dominoes fall in order. They're saying his father and his mother, and the ability to, so they're showing me like when we grow our family tree, right? This is the flower of life and the yod from Kabbalah. When we grow our family tree, it's kind of a branch on the tree that's already been grown for us, right? All of our ancestors have been growing this tree since the beginning of time, and we're all linked to them. And in order to grow a tree that is new and yours alone, they're saying you kind of have to go up, cut the branch off of the tree, dig up the soil, and like pull out the roots so your roots can grow new and deep, right? Replant the seeds and then reteach yourself. I mean, this is crazy, incredible, because I've never heard anything like this. Reteach yourself how to grow a new tree, okay? So reparent yourself. You literally have to divorce yourself from your family, completely wipe your slate clean, and redo everything. Now, do many people do this level of repatterning? Is what they're calling it. Repatterning your flower of life. How beautiful. No, many people do not do this. He is trying to do this. Will he succeed? Currently, he is still trapped in the pattern of this. It's like okay, so it's an important message here for those that need to hear this. Your soul, right, currently is being polarized into like extreme goodness and extreme badness. And in order to have that separation come closer to the middle, we must see within ourselves all of the light and all of the dark. So, you know, he has been seeing himself in darkness for a very long time. And you did this. So imagine he's in darkness for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And you come in and you're like, oh, hi, by the way, like, let me do this to your heart, okay? And you're just like, but I'm just being myself. Because you don't necessarily see yourself like that either, right? You're still healing your own wounds, and you're just ahead of him. And in a way, without knowing it, part of what happened was a going over the bad aspects of his family history, right? So when the separation happened, or breakup, or he cheated or betrayed you or lied or whatever happened, ghosted, it kind of reinforced, which they're showing me, like, you know, that saying, putting a straw on the camel's back, right? It's like the camel can carry a massive load until that last straw, and then it's too much. And so that was the straw, right? And he had to say, is this the truth, or am I living out what I've been told about myself? Is this truly who I am, or am I living out ancestral trauma, familial wounds, toxic parenting, abuse, bad relationships? What is it that I am doing here? And is this what I want to keep doing? So let's look. This is a beautiful reading. A lot of these things they've never showed me like this or told me. And I absolutely love that these cards right here are together. Okay, so where's the masculine right now? What's he doing? What's he facing? And how is it moving forward? Okay, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. So he's had this realization that he sabotages good things. As we've said, he tried to stop working on it. The karmic empath narcissist paradigm being used, enabling boundaries. So there was karmic energies that came in after this ending, focus, and he got what he gave to you back to him. So karma happened, meaning in your dynamic, he was the bad guy, the narcissist, you were the good guy, the empath. In his karmic relationship, he became the empath, good guy. She became the narcissist, bad guy. And then he got to feel sorry for himself again. And he had a choice. Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. He had a choice to learn to love himself. And as I was talking about, decide, am I going to end this toxic pattern? So the card that comes out is not today. Coffin in reverse. Engagement ring. Paradise. Mask. In reverse. Boat. Healing. Heart. Bottom of the deck. Seduction. So my feeling here is that he went back to his player ways, okay? Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interferences. Instead of committing to the work of, you know, becoming paradise on earth, heaven on earth, he went back to seducing. Okay, so now we're here. The current status of what he's doing. Not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, deride, gaslight. So he's choosing to go away from those things. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, planning on closure issues. So he's asking for what? Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addictions. It appears to me he has realized that his toxic ways and patterns, addictions, and self-sabotaging stem from this broken heart, as I've discussed here, okay? What does this mean for Divine Feminine? This isn't the perfect deck to do this, so I might get this pink deck over here. The Chaser, Girl Talk. The Phoenix reversed, Palm Tree. Stability, persistence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Soulmates. You may have a soulmate come in. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Something here about the support system around you. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Bottom of the deck is addiction in reverse, coffee cup. Okay. So our old friend, the coffee cup, is here. I think you are in this period right now of, I feel like a lot of you have been either feeling alone or being alone. And I think this is where this magic happened, where you understood, like, what they're saying to me is like, if I can get through this, I can get through anything. I think you've just decided it's like, yeah, I really want this healthy life, but also I really love life. And I really want, like, I feel like your healing period is done right now. And I really want, like, some friends, some support, some fun. And I think you have ascended, and I think that he's watching you and seeing this. And I think he's watching you a lot closer than you think he is. I think he is like, and this is going to sound corny, and I'm really trying to just be very true to the cards here. Because I could just say, oh, he wants 10 of Cups with you. But I don't think that, or 10 of Pentacles with you. I don't think that's what this is. I truly think that there is, it's like, you have gone through a metamorphosis of sorts, and you may not even see it clearly, but I think he's catching up to you. And I really think right now he feels alone, or he is alone. And even if he's in a marriage, I think he feels alone. And I think he's like, you know, I mean, the cards are amazing. Spirit's amazing. It's like they have the sun here. They have the sun here, looking at your photographs, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. I truly think he's either like sitting and looking at the sunset or the sunrise or the stars, and he's thinking, you know, I miss that. I miss this feeling. But you have to be really honest with yourself when you're actually able to say things like this to yourself. You know, if you've been pushing all of your feelings down under addictions and toxic relationships and toxic behavior, to get to that place is a lot of work and being really honest with yourself. But I don't think he's able to look away from the fact that you were really hurt and in a bad place. And instead of being toxic, you just blew up your balloons and you floated over the obstacles and you healed what needed to be healed. And I think that that has, like the sun, really inspired a lot of feelings within him. And this to me says, like, the coffee cup is always like my date card. And I think he wants to tell you, and I'm burping up air, so that means that yes, I'm on the right track here, that he wants to get together with you and he wants to tell you, sorry, thank you for helping me, because even if you didn't know it, you did help me. And I think what's going to come out of that is like, don't get upset at the friends word, but I think it's going to be like, I would like to be stable as friends and see if that's possible or something like that. Like, I feel a stability because he loves that you're, they're showing me this card, non-judgmental, cool, aloof, connected through invisible waves, right? We saw the waves on that sun card. This is an air sign that likes things a bit weird. Like, can we be these weird friends? Is it possible for us to be in this healed frequency together? Look, this is the main thing that you guys have been overcoming, is trust issues, I believe. So you're gonna have to decide if this person is trustworthy now. Now we have engagement in the upright. And I think that's the commitment to either friendship or possibly trying again. But I don't think that's for everyone right now. And it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. The ascension part is important. And finances and career, which is self-worth, passion, you know, it is safe for you to let go of control issues. So there may be some more things here to work on. Soulmate. Second soulmate card, new love, retreat, make the effort, calling in your soulmate. Third soulmate card. So a lot of the times, you've heard me say this before, if you listen to my readings, that when the masculine and feminine get very close in the frequency together, a soulmate comes in to endurance and abundance, to teach the it's kind of like a little review for the feminine. It's really usually really sped up and very like intense, because they're very much like the masculine. Counsel. Okay. Prayer, hope. Oh, look, it's the masculine and the feminine. I haven't used this deck in so long. Medicine wheel. Continuation. Beautiful. Trickster. Challenge. Tree people. Sustenance. Medicine bag. Treasure. Medicine mask, authenticity, dreamweaver, accessibility, earth. Look at this is crazy. When I talked about, I love this card. I really can't show it though because there's some, you saw it. I'm just gonna. I remember like a year ago using this card. So remember when I talked about cutting off the branch and planting yourself in the dirt? I mean, not yourself, but planting it in the dirt. How this is crazy. Like I haven't looked at this deck, I don't know, for like a year. And this is the exact image that they were showing me. Cave retreat. Four-legged endurance again. Journey. Imagination. There is a big part of your imagination. Renewal, birth. Shaman. Completion. Crystals. Amplification. West. Purge. So there are things you need to still get rid of. Of course. So this is Gemini energy. It's interesting because in the back, you can see it's like the Kundalini energy, right? And the staff of Hermes. All morning, they have been kind of like giving me this message to deliver in like a video. Is like, if there were no challenges, you would never grow. Like, you would not change. It's like the bad things that happen, I can't get over this card, are really like the only things in life that really make you ascend. You know what I'm saying? Like, the struggle makes you a lot stronger. And so, although I do feel like you guys are really tired, I'm tired, like we want a reprieve. We want a little like rest. And I do think that's part of what they're feeling. They're feeling, it's not a pulling away intentionally, like it's not a manipulation. Perspective. Examine your situation from a higher perspective. Look at the unicorn up in the clouds. It's kind of what I was talking about. Soul purpose. Act on your purpose today. Seeking good. Look for the good in your current situation. Okay, so when this all comes back in here, may have already happened, may be happening. I said in the very beginning, I don't necessarily believe when we have the devil in the final position, their intentions are the purest. We also have the 10 of Pentacles, okay? So that's a really interesting combination. You're going to have to decide, am I going to give my energy to this again, or am I going to walk away? Rainbow. There's a rainbow beyond the clouds. There's a treasure chest there. Soul satisfaction. Aim for that which makes your soul rejoice. We have a Pegasus flying. Honesty. Honesty will ultimately be rewarded. Archangel Uriel. Become a peace ambassador. So we have the white birds. Wishes. Be careful what you wish, as one wish will be granted. Well, I'm going to end it there. So that's an 8 card, which is the infinity sign. Also, you know, gold has been coming up in my readings. And yesterday I was driving behind a car. I can't remember what it said. I took a picture of it. It said, like, stay gold on it. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because I was in a period for a very long time when there weren't a ton of sinks, and then the sinks just got out of control, you know. I truly hope that serves you and has helped you, and I'd love to hear any questions or things that you want answered. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for liking and sharing, and if you want a private reading or energy healing or my Patreon, the link is in the box. Bye.